Yeah. This is Plea Partner IQ, man. I'm back, man. I'm back with another reaction, man. This time, what the DJ Khaled said. Another one. Another YSL member has took a plea today. Let's look at it, man. Free thugger thugger.
Yes, Your Honor. There was one correction I wanted to make. I believe that the plea agreement, that is State's Exhibit 1AS, said that if the defendant violates any term of this agreement, he would be subject to serving up to 35 years in prison, and that should be 30 as opposed to 35 years.
Okay.
Your Honor, what the state recommends is that at this time, the defendant be sentenced to 15 years of probation on count 30 to run consecutively with count 1, and provided the defendant complies with the plea agreement as contained in the negotiated portion of the sentence section 2B, upon the initial or the completion of the initial trial of this case, the state shall pose no objection to the defendant, to any motion on behalf of the defendant to withdraw that guilty plea, and the state agrees to no pros count 30.
All right. Okay. Mr. Wright?
Your Honor, briefly.
Anything on behalf of Mr. Sledge?
Your Honor, my client is 41 years of age. He has 8 children.
Damn.
Grown.
This nigga 41 with 8 kids. You know he was taking that plea.
So that would leave 5 minor children. He actually has 3 brothers that are alive, 1 deceased. His father is deceased, but his mom is still with us. He is very anxious to be able to get back to his family. His outlook on this is silly, childish things done in the past as a younger man have sort of come to bite him. And he has grown, I think, grown out of some of those, as we say, childish things. So he is asking this court respectfully to agree and accept this, the terms of this agreement, and sentence him according to the terms of this agreement. He will abide to each and every provision that this agreement provides, whether it's through testimony or otherwise. And again, he is thankful to have this opportunity to get back to his family, to his children, and to the remainder of his life. You will not see him after this trial and all this is over. You will not see him again. Thank you very much, Judge.
Okay.
And the state has one other addition. With respect to count 30, the state has no objection to this court suspending that 15 years with the same provisions that we've listed for the court previously. And additionally, the state, in accordance with the state's representation to Mr. Wright prior to this moment, the state would have no objection to, after the defendant's successful completion of the first 10 years of this probation, of it being terminated.
Okay. All right. Mr. Wright, anything else?
No, Your Honor.
Okay. Mr. Sledge, again, good afternoon, sir.
How you doing, Your Honor?
I'm fine. Sir, did you have the opportunity to fully...
Hold on. So who is that? Mr. Sledge? I'm trying to think which YSL member is that?
discuss the facts and circumstances of this case with your attorney, Mr. Wright, to your satisfaction?
Yes, Your Honor.
Did he explain to you the various constitutional rights you give up by pleading guilty to your satisfaction? Those are the same rights that my prosecutor, Ms. Love, just set forth on the record a few minutes ago. Do you have any questions about those rights you wish to ask me?
No, Your Honor.
All right. I'm holding the indictment in this case, and on page 6, above the word defendant, is this your name, or is this your signature
Yes, Your
on the
Honor.
face of this indictment?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. Before you sign this indictment, did you have an opportunity to fully discuss the facts and circumstances of this case with your attorney, Mr. Wright, to your satisfaction?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. Is there anything else in this indictment that you wish to ask me?
No, Your Honor.
All right. I'll note the indictment's been signed, the plea has been entered. Mr. Sledge, based upon the responses that you've given during the court's inquiry, I find that your guilty plea is freely and voluntarily entered. I find a factual basis for your plea. I'm going to accept your plea as tendered and as negotiated. To count 1, conspiracy to violate the Racketeering Influence and Corrupt Organizations Act, this court will sentence you to 15 years to serve on probation. As it pertains to you in count 30, possession of a firearm by a convicted felon, previously convicted of a felony involving the use or possession of a firearm, OCGA 16-11-133, this court will sentence you to 15 years probation consecutive to count 1. Now, the state is also indicating, your attorney has also indicated that upon the initial trial of the case, provided you comply with the special conditions as outlined in sections B, C, D, F, and I of section 3, that you should be able to withdraw your guilty plea in terms of that count, and the state will null pros that count. Okay?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. You also agree that you'll abide by each and all the terms of the negotiated agreement, is that correct?
Yes, Your Honor.
If you fail to abide by any term of this agreement, it could constitute a violation of this agreement.
Yes, Your Honor.
You shall testify truthfully about all matters related to this case, upon which you're questioned in any trial or judicial proceeding stemming from the facts in this indictment. Is that correct?
Yes, Your Honor.
In accordance with testifying truthfully, you acknowledge each and all of the statements contained in the defendant's factual acknowledgement section of this agreement are true. Is that correct?
Yes, Your Honor.
And you agree that you'll testify truthfully about each statement contained within the defendant's factual acknowledgments, right?
Yes, Your Honor.
You shall possess no guns unless your right to do so is restored.
Yes, Your Honor.
You shall commit no criminal acts, right?
Yes, Your Honor.
And you shall submit to random drug screens as designated by the Department of Community Supervision or any agency designated by the court in this case. You understand that?
Yes, Your Honor.
If you test positive for any Schedule 1, 2, or 3 drug, within 30 days of that positive test, you'll undergo drug rehabilitation as designated by the court or the Department of Community Supervision, and you have to successfully complete that, right?
Yes, Your Honor.
And you relinquish any Fifth Amendment right relating to any statement contained within the defendant's factual acknowledgments of this plea agreement.
Yes, Your Honor.
You also agree to abide by a curfew from 10 p.m. to 6 a.m. unless you're otherwise working, in school, or an emergency arises.
Yes, Your Honor.
So that means if you work the second shift or the third shift, as long as you let probation know, it wouldn't be a violation of your probation. You understand that?
Yes, Your Honor.
You also understand,
If this nigga said yes, Your Honor, this nigga said that shit about 30 times, right?
then you have minors. So you got to take your kid to a doc in a box, or you have something to check on your mother or whatever else. That won't violate your probation, but if they catch you someplace you're not supposed to be, you'll be back having a very uncomfortable conversation with me.
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. And then you can't have any contact with any co-defendants on this indictment except through attorneys, okay?
Yes, Your Honor.
Do you have any questions about your sentence, sir?
No, Your Honor.
Mr. Wright or Ms. Love, any clarifications on the court's entry of sentence or defense entry of plea?
No, Your Honor, not on behalf of the state.
No, Your Honor.
Okay? Then that will be the sentence of the court. Mr. Chamberlain, anything?
Damn, this nigga done caught a motherfucking Rico at the age of 41 with 8 kids. That's crazy. That nigga should be not definitely doing nothing like that.
Okay, all right. Good luck to you, sir, okay?
All right.
All right,
Thank
be
you.
well. You're very welcome.
Oh man, another one bites the dust, and another one gone, and another one gone. Another one bites the dust.